All right, Internet, let's just calm down a little bit. I know what's going on. I know you're freaking out about the Titans season finale, but the Batman you see killing people is not quite who he appears to be. More on that in just a minute. Hey, what's happening, people? Kwing here, and I am going to break down this trailer like your mama never could. I just want to let everybody know that the following discussion will contain spoilers for episode 10 and episode 11 of the upcoming Titans episode, Dick Grayson, or Batman vs. Robin, even though he's not Robin anymore. See, spoilers already, so you've been warned. All right. I know I've been gone for a little while, but today is all about Murder Bat, and the internet is losing its mind like, what is Batman doing? He just totally killed the Joker, and Two-Face, and some tattooed version of Riddler. What is going on, K-Wing? In episode 10, Trigon came back, and Dick, Corey, and Donna were kind of like, whoa, what's happening in the world? It's like darkness everywhere. Kind of like inside Grayson's heart that's filled with darkness in this universe. Are you catching a theme here? It has to do with darkness, okay? So anyway, Trigon comes out of a mirror and he's all like, yo, I'm back and I'm in the flesh because we don't have the CGI budget to make me into a demon that's really, really tall with 4 eyes. So I'm going to be this, I don't know, I think he's a British guy. Why do they always make British guys evil? Is that like a rule or something? Anyway, so Trigon comes back and he's all like, you know, possessed like, and he's like, I'm home. So that means the world will be plunged into darkness. Except after Raven, something happens to her heart. Like she has to be brokenhearted and then the world can fully be in darkness. But anyway, Dick Grayson is like, I'm going to stop you even though I have no powers or anything. And he rushes into Trigon's house. And then the episode ends and you're all like, what? And then, of course, DC released that kind of teaser where they show Batman going crazy, killing everybody, and Dick is living in the suburbs, and Jason Todd is in a wheelchair. So just a little bit of background for you about what's going on in this trailer. Apparently, Jim Gordon died, and Batman went all guano insane and started killing his entire rogues gallery. And it's up to Dick Grayson to go in and stop Batman for whatever reason. So in the trailer, it looks like Robin, aka Dick Grayson, former Robin, is going to either kill or defeat the Batman. He's going to break Batman's rule, even though Batman's already broken his rule and he's like murdering everybody. Like, it's not even justice, as Grayson puts. It's a massacre. I mean, it's pretty bad. The Batman in the trailer looks pretty dope, though. His costume is a mix between, I would say, the Keaton and the Arkham suit. Although, from what we see from behind, I mean, it's got a lot of armor, padding, and stuff like that. Although, remember, the original picture that they showed of the guy wearing the Batsuit, it looked kind of stupid. It had, like, basically a bulletproof vest that didn't really have a bat symbol or anything like that. It was just a guy with bat ears running around. So, I don't know if we're actually going to see the full suit, but that's besides the point. Bruce has gone insane and he's killing everybody, and it's up to Dick Grayson to stop him as a police officer. So we see officers invading Wayne Manor and a full-on war blowing up Wayne Manor. So Alfred's probably dead. So, I mean, there's a lot of things going on here that people are, like, freaking out about. But what they're missing is one important key factor that I'm going to tell you all right now if you stayed long enough. Trigon is messing with reality. So, if you guys don't know this, in the new Teen Titans comics and some of the other appearances that Trigon has been in, one of the things that he loves to do to mess with mankind, because he's a crazy demon, is he likes to warp reality to better suit his demonic nature. So what he's done, which I really believe this is going to happen or be revealed some part in the episode, like Dick's going to figure it out, because Grayson doesn't live in the suburbs. His apartment that they showed last time was kind of like a mix of a warehouse / abandoned building that he was living in Detroit. He doesn't have a happy life where he gets to just kind of, you know, chill with the remainder of his parents' money and get a nice place to live. That's not where Dick lives. And here's another dead giveaway, okay? The car that Dick Grayson is driving, that is his fantasy car. Fantasy being the key word. He stole it when he was a little kid. He took that car when he left Bruce Wayne. But if you watch the Titans series, he traded in the car for a minivan. And then he got a Jeep. So there's no way that he could get that car back because, well, he jumped inside of Trigon's house and then boom, he wakes up in the suburbs. So already that should set off a red flag like, whoa, what's going on? This doesn't make any sense. And you're right, it's not supposed to. It's supposed to be a reality based on the darkness of Dick's heart. They are going to use Dick Grayson, or rather Trigon is, to plunge the world into a version of darkness that Dick has been struggling with this entire season. So it's all going to be a metaphor because Jeff Johns knows what he's talking about, okay? So yeah, Trigon is using reality manipulation, and that is why Beast Boy and Raven aren't in the episode, as far as I know, or at least teased, because remember, they're inside of the house, Trigon's house, and Corey and Donna Troy are outside of it. So they're going to be involved in this reality manipulation, as will Dawn and Jason and everybody else left in the world is going to be sucked into this. But the people who really won't will be Raven and Beast Boy. Maybe they'll have something to do with saving everyone, or it could end on a cliffhanger. I really don't know. But the Batman going crazy is one of Dick Grayson's worst fears, because he feels like he himself has gone kind of off the deep end, and Bruce is still, being Batman in the normal reality where he's beating up his rogues, he's working with Jason Todd. So Bruce still sticks to his code. It was Dick Grayson in this universe who kind of broke protocol and killed the person who, well, indirectly killed the person responsible for murdering his parents, because he was really ticked that the guy got off parole and they were going to use him to go after the Maroney family, I believe is what it was. And of course, Dick was like, no, that's not cool. And instead of saving the guy, he lets the mob kill him, which sets forth a catalyst where all of Zuko's family gets killed, and it creates kind of like a new villain for Grayson. Possibly throughout the Titan series, we'll see more of Zuko's son, or he was just a one-shot thing. Who knows? They probably couldn't get the rights to Two-Face, so that's why they did that. But anyway, in this reality, Dick Grayson is a police officer again, so they're going to use more of his police background, which is something they've kind of foregone in the series. It has been a loose hanging thread in the plot. Like, he starts off as a police officer, he's a cop for a while, and then he just kind of disappears chasing Raven, and he never really checks in except for one time asking for information about Starfire or something like that, and finding out that his detective partner, who had barely any screen time, is dead. So it's possible she'll come up in this reality too, because Trigon is going to be doing all kinds of stuff. So in this reality, Batman, after Gordon is killed, he goes crazy and he destroys his one rule. He sees that Arkham is kind of like a revolving door and that these monsters need to get what they deserve. What he doesn't realize is by becoming the Punisher and stuff like that, Gotham isn't going to be cool with the whole vigilante thing, because the reason why they give Batman a lot of free reign to be the brutal bat that he is he doesn't kill people. So now that he is becoming Gotham's biggest monster, what's to stop him from killing police officers, which we see after Gordon dies, and it's just like this whole big mess. Another reason I know that this is an alternate reality is Starfire is a police officer now. We don't see Donna Troy. I don't know what happened to her. Maybe her lasso is protecting her from all this craziness. Her lasso does have some really cool abilities. You can look into Wonder Girl on your own if you want to. I don't have time because I got another stream and I got a review to do and all this other stuff later today. But Donna's not there. Dawn is still there. Dawn is completely recovered, because that was the only good thing that happened about Titans episode 9, is she was healed by Raven, which I believe she was going to die, but Hawk and Dove are going to have their own show, or they're getting a pilot or something. And they're not terrible characters. I just don't... I don't like the fact that they don't have their powers. That really bothers me. Although it probably won't take a detective to figure this out, but I'm going to say that Dawn in this Trigon reality is married to Dick Grayson. Because remember, in the previous episode, Donna said, well, you really screwed that up with Dawn, meaning he had a past relationship with her that could have gone pretty far. So in this reality, Trigon is giving him his heart's desire, which apparently is Dawn. So Barbara Gordon probably isn't around in this universe, because we know that that is the girl that Dick Grayson always swings back to. Another reason I know this is another reality is the fact that Batman is not being stopped by Superman or the Justice League. As far as we know, in the time span that Bruce has gone crazy, the Justice League, if this was a real reality where the Justice League has already been established, because we see Donnie and Dawn and some other people wearing Superman shirts. So we know that the Justice League in this universe, which is not the DC Cinematic Universe, it's its own new Earth. We have a Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman guaranteed on the team. We don't know about Green Arrow or Martian Manhunter or some of the other ones. Probably get some more name drops of other established DC heroes. But I'm really thinking that Arrow does exist in this universe, because Donna Troy mentioned in episode 9 in flashbacks about how sidekicks stick together. She mentioned sidekicks as just not Dick and Donna. The Justice League would come in and take Batman out at this point, if this is the real reality, because apparently Superman and Batman are tight in this universe, as well as the Justice League actually comes over and hangs out at Batman's house, if you go back to episode 8. I think it was episode 8, because episode 9 is that really lame one. Unless they talk about something in this episode about how Batman killed the Justice League too, and that's why it's up to Dick Grayson to stop everything. Maybe they'll go into that a little bit more. I mean, if it's a dark reality, I would have this Batman that Trigon has kind of like twisted, have him take out the Justice League using all of his contingency plans, and then it would make sense that Dick has to go in and stop him. But at the same time, it's kind of like an inner conflict for Dick facing Bruce. And then I think at the very end of the episode, either Alfred or Bruce himself will give Nightwing his new costume, which they'll tease, but we won't really get to see him wear it until Titans Season 2, which will be the fall of 2019. But there you go. That's pretty much my entire theory / argument. I really believe that this is a reality forged by Trigon after Dick Grayson leaped inside of his house. He is trying to use Dick Grayson to break him so that Rachel will be broken and that his powers can manifest even more and he can destroy all realities, which is something that Starfire was sent to this Earth to do, prevent Trigon from destroying the universe. But anyway, people, there you go. So hopefully everyone will calm down and realize that the reality that you're seeing, according to old Kwing, is something created by Trigon. It is not the DC universe that we've come to know and love at the beginning of this Titan series and really expanded on when Donna Troy entered the mix. So yeah, don't worry too much. It's going to be an awesome episode with Dick Grayson versus Batman. It's going to be a lot of crazy stuff that happens. You're going to see characters in different roles that you're going to be kind of like, what? I also believe that Jason Todd was paralyzed by the Joker, so it was a different version of Death in the Family arc, except Jason survived. I don't know if this stuff is all going to be permanent or if reality is automatically going to go back after Dick and Raven confront him, because they did tease that Raven is the only one who can send Trigon back through the mirror world. But I really believe he's going to be a big villain going forward of season 2, because he was just introduced, and this seems like it's going to be like a long dragged out war and not just like the Titans are going to wrap this up in one episode. There's going to be something that happens. I think that this reality is going to go back to how it was a little bit. I don't think Batman will be dead in it, because if they do that, then people are going to drop this show cold turkey, and that is not something Jeff Johns and this world building that he's been doing for 10 episodes wants to transpire. So I think everybody just needs to chill. I think you're really going to like the episode, and I think you're going to like how the episode ends. And that's all I'm going to say. So in the comment section below, tell me what you think about Batman murdering people. Do you believe me that this is a Trigon reality and everything's going to go back to normal? Or do you think that this is what the series is going with? Let me know in the comment section below. I will be back tomorrow night with the Titans episode 10 podcast review. And then I will see you guys for the finale of Titans next week. All right. Later, Gothamites.